Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, we are going to be giving the dining room an 1860 look and feel with using new items like this mirror. Well, I've had it for some time, but it's newer. I will be sharing the new furniture piece down below. That was a Facebook Marketplace find. And using many different items that I just shared in the previous video, my decor haul. So I hope you all enjoy what I am about to create today. After this, we're going, I believe Sunday is going, I'm just going to be everywhere on Sunday's video. Sort of like, I don't know, maybe a marathon? So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so I have this large mirror that was a Facebook Marketplace find when I was living in Virginia. She's quite grand. I love her. I love the black with the aged bronze and gold colors. It's everything that is warm and rich and perfect for my decor palette. I believe I don't even know if I have this listed in my storefront on Amazon, but I will see if I can find a link because I know they're still out there in production. But I'll work on getting a link for this grand mirror. I know I have shared one in the past. And down below, I have this sweet pine table that was just a recent find on Facebook Marketplace. The party was moving and they were downsizing. I love the bottom, how it scallops. And then the top has the natural pine. And then I had to put it up on risers, as you see. Okay, do not let these bother you like they are bothering me. It's just something we have to go through right now, okay? But because I had to lift up the table. Now, but one side had to go an inch higher than the other side because the floor kind of slopes a little bit because like I stated before, this house, her bones, they're just a little bit tired. So I'm having to play the balancing game. But I believe, let's see, do I share? I think maybe I share it here a little bit later, but you will see that one side, the left side, had to go higher than the right side in order to have a balanced table. Now, I'm going to cover those, and I will share that a little bit later in the video, how I plan on going about this. But the table works perfectly with the mirror. I've stated this many times. I like, when I use a piece that's grand, I like to bring it down with, just to give a nice, even, neutral, cozy, welcoming feel, right? And I believe I did that with this table. Okay, so I added these two lamps that I purchased from Horchow. I believe these have been discontinued, but they are French lamps. They might bring them back. They might already be back. I don't know. Now, I made sure to lower the mirror as much as I could because I like for my lampshades to reflect out of a mirror. It just gives a nice look and feel during the evening hours. So again, I have the golds and the bronzes, and then I just really leveled things out and made them welcoming with the tabletop, having just the natural wood tone and a little bit of the old world primitive feel. Then I added in this basket that I just shared in a recent haul. It's just how can I explain this? It's just a weaved basket that goes down up front. I love that. It just gives that good French look and feel. And then added in some variegated hydrangeas that, again, this was, if you missed last video, I suggest you go back and watch it, because I did share where these items were purchased and where you could possibly purchase some of these items yourselves. So I love the variegated hydrangeas. It has the greens with touches of yellow and the blues, perfect for my French country look. And on the lamps, I have a few tassels hanging from them just because I love doing that. But now it's time to make everything delicious. We are going to be adding in my 1860 ironstones that were a recent find from a private estate sale in Maryland. I just added one, and it's already made this whole vignette just pop out. Now, the first one, I believe, it's like a tray. Someone did tell me, but this next one, I'm just going to do layering. It's all about layering and stacking from the same pattern, 1860s ironstone. Now, this one still has a little bit of staining on it. I did not clean it. I will be using these. They are not just for decorating. Excuse me. So I have the 2, and now I will add the 3rd, because I like to work in odd numbers. This one's a sweet little girl. She has the handles and the details like the bottom one, just on a smaller scale. And then on top, I just placed this little creamer. I put some rice inside of it and put in a taper candle, because I love, sometimes I just sit down at the table and I want to read a magazine or even watch a little show, and I like to have a taper candle lit. So I just place that on top. Now, as I'm building, my vignettes here in the house, because it's so small, I try to make sure that everything is going to be functional, that I'm going to be able to use many of the items that I'm decorating with, because I only have so much room. Who knows? Maybe sometime soon I'll have a much larger home. We'll see. For right now, we're going to have adventures in this sweet little girl. So I placed an oval ironstone down to the right. And I just love the pooling of all the blue with the woods and the golds. I have this cloche. It's a different styled cloche. I purchased this some time back from Merrifield Garden. Now they called it, the company it's all cap, MUDD. I know this is quite old. They haven't carried it for a while. Merrifield they were using it as display. Sometimes when they use their items as display, they won't sell them, and they'll just keep using them for some time and then finally sell them. And that's what happened with the cloche. Then I have these old wood vintage frames, mini frames, that one day will have some nice landscape pictures in them, or maybe something whimsical. I'm not quite sure. For now, we're just going to have them as just plain simple frames inside of a cloche. This top is filling up nicely with everything that just makes my heart sing. And now we're going to go, since we're filled up on top, let's go, excuse me, under the table. My daughter just made some French toast, and it made the house smoky. So that's why I keep having to clear my throat from her French toast. Anyhow, life in this house. Okay, underneath, this is a Facebook Marketplace find. It's an old, well, vintage, you can see on brass casters, magazine rack holder, whatever you would like to call it. But I'm going to use it a little bit differently today. Of course I am. I just see things differently sometimes, or maybe a lot of the times. But anyhow, we are going to fill this magazine stand that even has this drawer that pulls out with some wonderful blue and white ironstone. Because again, everything has to be functioning. And here we have it. I have my large meat platters in the back, and I have some of my German sandwich plates up front, and different salad plates. And if you go back to my video that says 1860's, it's a haul. I will be explaining in that video all the details on this ironstone and the fabulous deal, and it was a wonderful adventure finding these. But I thought, how perfect to display them inside of a magazine holder. So just let your minds just float and fly, right? Just go different places and do different things and never second guess your thoughts. Just go with it. If it can be filled with something, just go ahead and fill it. It doesn't always have to be just magazines in a magazine rack, but many of us have different collections of items, right? That maybe you might want to try inside of one of these, and they can be easily found. Put it in Facebook Marketplace, a vintage magazine holder, and there's quite a few of them, different styles. And then to the left, I placed in my wicker placemats. Again, it is all about making everything function. So I get to display beautiful items, but also use them. There's certain items I don't want to be closed up in a cabinet. I want their beauty to shine around the home. Down at bottom, I will have these napkins that were purchased from Pottery Barn. They have been discontinued, but maybe they'll bring them back next year, or you could find some, a store might still have some. But I'm loving this whole display, this whole look, and it covered up that vent, but still allowing it to breathe. Now I'm going to work with this electrical socket. Now I know we can't hide them all, right? And it is part of a home, but if we can hide them, let's do. Okay, let's hide them. Okay, I have a couple of these wicker planters. Again, these were shared in my previous haul. I think it hides the outlet nicely. And just a couple extra baskets. I'm not quite sure where they're going to go yet, so I will place them inside one of the planters. A collection of the same, different items, right? But the same, just gives a nice look. And here I have some faux eucalyptus. It's silver dollar eucalyptus that was purchased from Pottery Barn. And eucalyptus always looks gorgeous with hydrangea. So I thought to add in a couple up at top. I could still fit in a little something up there. And now we're going to work up on the wall. And as you can see to the right, I already placed one of my vintage botanicals in a frame. That was purchased many years ago from Aaron Brothers. And I placed another to the left. Now you're going to see the glare a little bit on the glass because of the blinds, and I will close it a little bit later. And we're going to add a few more items up on the wall. And again, it's a process. I'm taking you through the from beginning to end. You know, I would, in the past, I would make sure that it was in place and then I would share it. But now you're pretty much going to get the raw footage watching me switch things around because I'm changing my mind. But I have a couple other old, from the same estate sale that I purchased, the 1860 dishes, some Flow platters. Love the Flow because it gives that rich blue color. So I placed those over to the left, but watch, things are going to be switching around here a bit. I'm going to add in a couple other platters onto the right. Now, I did not state yet, but at the bottom of this table, I plan on using rectangular wicker baskets, and I'm just going to place the legs inside the basket so it'll hide those risers and have some greenery come out. I thought that would look quite different and fun. Okay, and then to the right, I have my blue Flow platters up. Now, this is what's I have a bit of a dilemma here. This is what's bothering me. I did not too much care for on the right, just all the rich flow. It just, you know, the scale was tipping too much, right? So we're going to fix that. So I decided, let's put the two flows down at the bottom. Love this, but I'm still having a problem. When decorating in a room, you know, I have the wall right there, which you will see. I will start panning out as of next week because we are going into the kitchen. Ooh, I'm so excited. Anyhow, so it's important when you decorate in a room, put the larger items in the corner and work it out to smaller. So that's what I did here. I switched the bottom platters, put the larger one to the left and the smaller one to the right for it to sort of grab out to you, right? And really pull you in to give things some depth. So, how do you like all these 1860 dishes and the platters up on the wall? I would love to hear what you all think. I cannot tell you how excited I get when I read all of your comments. And many of you are starting to comment more, and I love it. And it also gets us into the algorithm of things, and that's where we want to be. We want to get the little blue fly all throughout YouTube. So, you know, I normally say this at the end, but if you are enjoying the different adventures I'm having right now, I invite you to subscribe to the little blue fly. Make sure to give a like and always a comment because I love them so much and they inspire me, right? And when I get inspired, well, then I get really creative and things start going, right? Right? Okay, stop. Anyhow, the window here, I did share this in the previous video, me decorating this area and where I found my pieces. And today I'm going to add a couple more things because we are going to be touching back in this room. I believe on Sunday when we have a little bit of a jump around marathon, different vignettes here and there. Okay, the table runner came from European Splendor, which I received a thank you package from them today. And it was just pure class, right? Pure class. And I will be sharing the unboxing of the gift that the owner of the Shop of European Splendor shared. Okay, but right now, what do we see here? We see a little bit of MACKENZIE-CHILDS getting ready to happen is what we see. My barn sale, last year I was really good. I did really good. during the barn sale. This year, not so good. And what I mean by that is I spent a little bit more than I wanted to, but I really wanted to complete my cookware collection. So that is a couple of the items I'm going to share with you today. So I did share a couple other pieces last year that Robin gifted me from Robin King Designs. I don't know how many of you remember, but it was so kind of her to do that. And I thought, okay, well, let's complete things. So here is a stock pot. Perfect for when I make large batches of pasta for the family. We love pasta here in this house. It has the wonderful check pattern with French country and having touches of this whimsy. I know some say whimsical. I love to say whimsy. Pattern just sprinkled here and there in the house really makes a special touch. And the lid, as you can see, is a blooming flower. Their handles on their cookware, it's just everything. The perfect touch. So now I get to add this to my collection that will be displayed as we move into the kitchen next week. Look, I'm smiling when I say that now, but I'm getting ready this week and I'm going to be painting. I will do my best to have the video, as I said, just jumping around here and there, a little bit of I'm going to call it a marathon because I'm going to many different areas in the home. Well, in the dining room and living room, anyhow, on Sunday. And here is a smaller, I do have a larger one of these. This is smaller, a nice saucepan. I could see a nice chicken and rice dish inside of this one right here. But again, I'm going to state it again and again because the home is so small. And look, a little bird's nest. How sweet. Now, everything has to function because it's so small. So not only am I decorating with these items, but I will be using them as well. And let me know if you would like to watch me bake something or cook something on my stovetop. I would love to share it with you all. If you have even a request for a certain recipe for me to try, I would love one. I share my email in the description box. Send me over a recipe. I would love to bake or cook something for all of you in my kitchen, my sweet little kitchen that we will see. I really would like to take a bomb to right now, in all honesty. Okay, now I have some new readers that I purchased. I always wait. Look at that magnification there. These are 2.5s. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. I don't know why I got 2.5s, but it's okay because someday my eyes are going to want this 2.5. Right now I'm comfortable though at a 2.0 magnifier, so they're not going to be too bad, but they came in this little bag. But I'll use that for something else. I wanted a different reader holder, so I purchased this one. Has a sweet little polka dots on the inside and the courtly check on the out. But I will be using these in the near future. But I'm like Velma on Scooby-Doo. I don't know how many of you have watched Scooby-Doo. We grew up watching Scooby-Doo. But Velma's always saying, I lost my glasses. Where are my glasses? I do that all the time. Where are my glasses? I lose them all the time. So I got a chain so I can put them around my neck and stop being Velma so much. How about that? Okay. Here is the website. I've been wanting to share these for a couple months, but I'm going to share them now. They are going in my kitchen, and you will see why when we get in there. I'm telling you, I really need to take a bomb to this kitchen. But we're going to work with it the best we can. So I have these tile stickers that are right up my alley. Beautiful, old world, French country, just like if Mama was here, she would love these. I always think of my mother when I decorate. I'm going to try not to get all teary-eyed. I miss her. I miss her so much. She was my bestest friend ever, and she would have loved these adventures. She always wanted me to open up a storefront so that she could go there every day and iron the linens and just do what moms do the best, make everything just so special. But we never got around to doing that. So, but anyhow, I always think of Mama when I do my decorating. And now these tiles, I'm sorry, I'm trying to swallow back the tears over here. I believe there are 6 of them, 6 different prints. And they're going to work perfectly in the kitchen. And I might even buy something else as well, but we will work with these for now. Again, in the kitchen's very small, and it's very dated, and I have large cracks in the wall, and so we're going to work with it. And I have blue, do you call it flamica? What do you call it? Those blue, like, flamica type of countertops? We need help. You'll see. So anyhow, next week, boy, what an adventure we're going to be having. But again, I have so much painting to do this weekend. Okay, so I just went to World Market. Abba Zaba. I love Abba Zabas. I love candy. Okay, I'm a candy girl. I think I'll always love my candy. But I found a mixing bowl at World Market that is going to work perfectly, not only to use, but to display as well. And here is the name of it. Now, these also can be purchased off of Amazon, so I do plan on adding them in my storefront. But the beautiful, look at the scallop up at top. That gives such a nice cottage feel. I just purchased the one. I still need to get, because I would like to stack, have a collection, because when you have a collection of items, it does look it makes more of a statement. So I will be sharing now all my different olive wood spoons and stirrers that I purchased from World Market. This is a sweet little, I love this one right here. They also had some dinnerware that has the scalloped edges, and I would love to purchase those, but I think my family would chip them. So I think I just, because I'm going to have an area of, you'll see, 2 different areas of dishes. We'll speak more on it. Yes, I'll just wait until next week to speak about the dishes. I love these olive wood spoons. They have such different character, each one. And then for the final piece of my MACKENZIE-CHILDS, I have wanted these for years. And I finally decided, you know what? Get them, Bev. Just get them. And I will be using these, but I also displaying them in my kitchen. And we're going to move the blues right on into the kitchen. We're going to have new and vintage. Even going to be working with different canister sets that will have the different types of flowers, the wheats and the pastas, and It's going to, when I get done with this kitchen, it's going to look like it's in Europe somewhere. So I'm accepting this challenge and seeing how much of the look I can achieve. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a message, because they inspire me. And when you inspire me, then I in return can give fabulous adventures. It gets us into the algorithm. It's just a full rounded good thing for us all.